to license it.
Meep, meep.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a Maisto Ferrari 250 GTO. What a beautiful car. I usually look over the YouTube channels and try to find a makeover video just to get some ideas for mine, and I couldn't find one on this particular model, which was strange. But I continued surfing around a bit to learn about the real car. The Ferrari 250 GTO is a GT car that was produced by Ferrari from 62 to 64 to be used in the FIA's Group 3 Grand Touring car category. The 250 in its name denotes the displacement in cubic centimeters of each of its cylinders. The GTO stands for Gran Turismo Omologato, which is Italian for Gran Touring Homologated. Only 36 of them were ever built. Do you know that it was a Ferrari 250 GTO that set the all-time public auction record with a sale of $48.4 million US? So if you've got one, you're sitting on a gold mine. Mine's only a 1/64 scale model, but I think it's one of the most beautiful cars ever designed. It's my first Maisto model, and so opening it up is always a little bit of a surprise. But then when I got in there, it's kind of the same as the others. It was a plastic base, and seat and a windshield. Axles and the wheels are in very good condition. Everything was, except the red paint was pretty badly chipped, as you can see. And I didn't try to drill out the inside of the posts. They look pretty small on this Maisto, so when it comes to reassembly, I'm just going to use some epoxy glue and set that back together. I like to keep a clean workstation, so a brush up every now and then helps me towards that goal. Back into the paint stripping gel. I'm masked up when I do this. You can't tell off camera, but that's just a safety tip, because this stuff is not the sweet smelling citrus kind. It is toxic. And while the paint stripper does its work, I give the plastic parts a good scrubbing in some hot soapy water, wash away those years of use and abuse by the kids who lovingly played with this one. If you're enjoying this video, why not become a subscriber to my brand new YouTube channel? I'd love to have you come back regularly as a habit and give this video a thumbs up. Press the notification bell so you'll know about all the new content that gets updated regularly, and be sure to leave some comments below. Let me know what you think of this video, and remember, I'm learning, practicing, and it's all about having fun and a good time and reliving childhood memories. I hope you and your family are well and safe during this coronavirus shutdown time. I'm not sure when we'll be back to normal or what that's going to look like, but in the meantime, with all this extra time that we've got on our hands, I want to say a big thank you to each of you for spending these 12 or 15 minutes with me watching what I'm doing as a new hobby. You're here because we share this common interest, so have fun and come on back often. Looks like the stripping gel has done its job, and everything's just going well for me on this GTO. Sometimes the car fights you every step of the way, but this one was just a pleasure to work on, and I take it from the paint stripper to the laundry room sink and give it a scrub with a hard bristle brush, but inevitably there's a little bit of paint left in the casting lines. Even my hemostats come out cleaner after the paint stripping. So, some bare metal detail with the wire brush, and in no time at all it's cleaned right up. Brush isn't as abrasive as you might think by watching it. It's just a old school way of doing what the new Dremel tool does. Might need a couple more band-aids. This is super fine steel wool for the final bit of bare metal work. What do you think? This is when I look for imperfections in the casting that might need some filing or a little bit of putty to fill in a pit or a hole. Not the case this time, but there's a little bit of paint in the lines that needs to be carefully picked out, and I like that part of the restoration. Clean up on aisle 6 one more time, and it's ready to go to paint. And what other option is there except Ferrari Rosso Corsa Red? That looks good, doesn't it? Oh, that's a nice looking car. Originally, I washed and refurbed and re-chromed the wheels that came on the model, but I thought this one, if it turns out as nice as I hope, deserves a clean set of wheels. So that's what I did this time. And whoever ends up with this car may decide to flip it over one day, and I hope they are pleasantly surprised with the nice, clean exhaust system. Chrome pen made that look just as good as new. Better than new. All of my makeovers get bundled up in bags of 3, and I take them to the local secondhand store where the owner gives them away to kids for free. So they don't end up on a display shelf with me. I hope they get a second life, well loved and well played with. I think the little details make a big difference in the end, don't you? The exhaust tips are going to show out the back when the model is reassembled, so they got a touch of chrome. Now there is nothing more unforgiving than black enamel paint, and could they make these vents any smaller? Make my eyes better. Well, this one goes back together quite easily. The cockpit actually sat on 2 little pins, so a little pressure squeeze, and it's reset in place. Upside down we go. This one's going to pop back together, and as I said earlier, I didn't drill and tap the post because they were too fine. I thought I'm just going to split that if I try. So a little bit of epoxy will seal that together. And I have to say I'm pleased with the new wheels and the chrome trim and a chrome gas cap, headlights, black vents. This one just came together well. Got a little GTO license plate. So here's what we started with as a reminder. And I think it's one of my favorite models so far. I had a lot of fun with this restoration. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for coming. It's coffee time.